Imagine for a moment that the real secret to awakening your vigor, regaining lost confidence, and reconnecting with the strength you thought had vanished forever does not lie in a pharmacy pill or an expensive prescription. Think about it. It could be waiting for you silently, right in your own kitchen. I am talking about simple baking soda, that powder you have used all your life for cleaning or cooking, but which, when combined with specific natural ingredients, releases a potential so surprising that some men notice the change in less than 20 minutes. I have dedicated every step of my career to guiding men on the path to reclaim their vitality, protect their prostate health, and restore intimacy that many had already given up on. I have seen dozens of patients arrive exhausted and leave with eyes glowing with hope thanks to simple, accessible, and truly effective solutions. The paradox is astonishing. Millions of men spend fortunes every month searching for remedies in bottles, while one of the most powerful tools to improve circulation, stamina, and achieve firmer erections sits forgotten in the pantry. Baking soda, by itself, looks innocent and ordinary, but when combined with certain natural components, it transforms into a powerful enhancer that almost no one considers. That is why today I want to reveal something out of the ordinary. 5 concrete formulas, 5 simple, safe, and effective mixtures capable of producing real changes in your body's performance. This is not about tricks or empty promises, but about combinations based on science that can change your mood and energy. And the best part is that I will guide you step by step through each of these 5 formulas. One of them, in fact, is so intense that many claim to feel a surge of vigor and firmness in less than 20 minutes. Stay tuned, because what comes next could completely change your perception. Before we begin, if you haven't already, subscribe and activate notifications so you don't miss any of the natural health strategies I share weekly, specially designed for men over 60. If you find this message valuable, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 so I can improve the content that follows. Now, let's dive into the first formula, which might surprise you with its simplicity. When we combine baking soda with fresh lemon juice, we get a natural booster that balances the body's acidity, cleans the blood vessels, and promotes stronger, healthier erections in a matter of minutes. Formula 1: Baking soda and lemon refresher. I vividly remember the first time I explained it to one of my patients, a 72-year-old man named James, and the look of disbelief on his face is still etched in my memory. He leaned towards me in the consultation and murmured, "Doctor, are you really telling me that something as simple as lemon and baking soda can make a difference? Down there?" I smiled because I recognized that mixture of disbelief and hope. The doubt, the hesitation, that little voice insisting, it cannot be that simple. Yet often the most transformative answers are the ones we ignore, the ones that sit quietly in our kitchen. Baking soda with lemon juice causes a fizzy reaction that does not stop in the glass. Inside the body, it neutralizes the excess acidity accumulated over the years. High acidity quietly inflames the blood vessels, preventing blood from flowing freely exactly where it is most needed. And here is a key truth about erections: they completely depend on blood flow. When circulation slows down or is blocked, performance drops, but when blood flows freely, the body responds with a strength and firmness that can even surprise you. Add the power of fresh lemon, full of vitamins and antioxidants that protect and make arteries more flexible, while also stimulating nitric oxide, a molecule essential for dilating vessels and allowing generous blood flow. By combining lemon and baking soda, you not only balance your internal chemistry, but also naturally boost circulation with noticeable changes in just half an hour. I remember James, the same 72-year-old patient, called me a week later, his voice full of excitement. "Doctor, I followed your instructions with the baking soda and lemon water." His wife was astonished by the difference. "I feel lighter, more alive, closer to the man I used to be," he confessed. This is not something a medical journal declares. It is proclaimed by a real person rediscovering his vitality. That is why I share it with you, because I know how much it affects your body, your confidence, your relationships, and your self-esteem. To see it for yourself, simply mix half a teaspoon of baking soda in a glass of warm water and squeeze half a fresh lemon into it. Drink it half an hour before intimacy and observe your body's response. For many, the benefit is not only physical, it is also psychological. The feeling of taking back control, knowing you don't depend on pills or shortcuts, that you are using something natural and safe. And here comes the exciting part. This is just the beginning. Lemon and baking soda are the first step. When baking soda is combined with other natural elements, the effects can be even deeper and longer lasting. The next mixture, called the natural power of nitric oxide, can revolutionize your circulation in ways you may have never imagined. Stay with me, because what follows might surprise you even more than the first formula. Formula 2. Baking soda with beet juice. Beets hold something almost magical, although many men don't even consider them. I remember the first time I recommended beet juice to one of my patients, a retired school teacher named Michael, and his laughter. "Doctor, I haven't had a beet since my mother forced me to eat them as a child." When I explained everything that these deep red roots could do for his circulation and vitality, his expression changed. He leaned forward, intrigued. Days after deciding to try it, he called me with a tone full of amazement and gratitude. "I can't believe it. My body reacted as if I were 20 years younger." That kind of testimony never fails to move me because it confirms the immense power of nature when we open the door to it. Beets are rich in nitrates, and when the body metabolizes them, they turn into nitric oxide. This is exactly the molecule that arteries rely on to dilate, relax, and allow blood to flow freely to key points. And you know it, an erection is essentially perfectly directed blood flow to the right places. The stronger and freer the flow, the firmer and more complete the response will be. By adding baking soda to beet juice, you not only promote the production of nitric oxide, but you also balance internal acidity, ensuring that the blood vessels remain open and receptive. It is like unclogging a pipe and letting water flow at full pressure. Michael told me about his experience drinking this mixture before spending a night with his wife. "Doctor, she looked at me like she hadn't in years. Suddenly, I stopped feeling old. I felt alive." That word, alive, strikes me every time I hear it because many men over 60 feel invisible, resigned, or as if time is dragging them down. And it doesn't have to be that way. Sometimes, a simple glass of beet juice with half a teaspoon of baking soda can ignite the body, reminding you that strength and desire still breathe within you, waiting to be released. To prepare it, juice or blend a medium beet until smooth, add half a teaspoon of baking soda, and drink it about an hour before intimacy. For countless men, the transformation is not just physical, it is emotional. Color returns to their cheeks, energy becomes stronger, and personal confidence begins to flourish. I believe that confidence is as essential as biology itself. When you feel your body responding, your attitude toward life is renewed in every area. What excites me the most is that beet juice is just one of many natural allies that amplify the effect of baking soda. The next preparation can impact you even more. It combines a warm nighttime drink with a powerful secret for rest, stamina, and desire, all in one. If beet juice already surprised you, wait until you discover what happens when baking soda is blended with milk and honey. Formula 3. Baking soda, warm milk, and honey. I still remember the night a man named Julian, 73 years old, recently widowed, came to my office. His face carried a fatigue that was not only from age, but from years of accumulated discouragement. He confessed in a nearly whispering voice, "Doctor, I am not only looking for energy for intimacy. I want to feel calm again, to enjoy the moment without carrying worries." That confession moved me because it reminded me that much of male performance is not just about blood flow. It is also rooted in mental serenity. That is why this formula is one of my favorites. Warm milk and honey with a touch of baking soda. When you think of warm milk, you might imagine a childhood remedy to fall asleep, the glass your mother or grandmother offered you. However, when mixed with honey and a pinch of baking soda, it becomes something much deeper, a tonic that soothes and nourishes, preparing both body and mind for intimacy. Milk provides protein and calcium, essential not only for bone strength, but also for a stable nervous system. Honey, with its natural sweetness, delivers quick energy that gently revitalizes the body, and baking soda, simple yet powerful, aids digestion, and reduces internal acidity-related stress. Together, these three ingredients balance relaxation and vitality, restoring confidence before the intimate encounter. Julian decided to try it. That night, he warmed a glass of milk, added a teaspoon of honey and a pinch of baking soda, and drank it slowly. At dawn, he called me, his voice vibrating with relief. "Doctor, for the first time in years, I wasn't tense with nerves. I didn't overthink anything. I just enjoyed being with her, and everything flowed." Experiences like this sustain me because they show that often what is missing is not another stimulant or pill, but a way to calm the mind while gently energizing the body. There is also a deeper truth. Over the years, stress becomes a silent enemy, planting anxiety, doubts about performance, and fear of failure. Those thoughts can stop the body before any physical ailment. But a warm, comforting drink like this not only calms the nervous system, it also creates a ritual, a moment that whispers to the body and mind, "Tonight you are safe. Tonight you can let go." And in that letting go, the body often regains its natural vigor. If you have ever found yourself awake, tensing every muscle before intimacy, or wish to experience the moment with calm and confidence, this formula may be exactly what you need. And now comes the fascinating part. While milk and honey calm and relax, the next mixture ignites a flame, a natural spark that not only raises body temperature, but also stimulates circulation in surprising ways even for healthy men. Join me, because when baking soda is combined with ginger tea, the effects can feel like rekindling a dormant fire. Formula 4. Baking soda with ginger tea. Ginger holds extraordinary power. Over the years, I have witnessed how it transforms the lives of men who had thought their best days were behind them. I remember a patient, Marcus, 69 years old, who had experienced a mild heart scare and feared relying on aggressive medications for intimate performance. He arrived at my office looking defeated and admitted, "Doctor, I feel like my body is failing me. I am scared to try something risky, but I don't want to give up." I told him about ginger, an ancient natural stimulant and ally for circulation. When combined with baking soda, it creates an unexpectedly powerful mixture that not only awakens the body, but also balances it. Marcus looked at me cautiously, but agreed to try it. A week later, his smile said it all. Ginger is one of nature's most effective treasures for male well-being. Its action gently dilates blood vessels, allowing oxygen and nutrients to flow freely, even to the tissues essential for intimacy. Baking soda, on the other hand, reduces stomach acidity, allowing you to benefit from generous doses of ginger without irritation. These two ingredients, simple yet powerful, create a synergy that supports both heart health and sexual performance. It is an uncommon combination, safe for men between 60 and 70 years old who, even cautiously, want to reclaim their vigor. Marcus described the effect as passion and serenity intertwined. He told me that after drinking the tea, he felt warmth spread through his body, not just in his chest, but also in the areas where he most desired strength. And instead of nerves, he felt calm, focused, and ready. That balance is exactly what so many older men seek, not a sudden surge that exhausts them, but a steady flame that sustains confidence and energy. Preparing this formula is simple, though it should be done with care. Slice several pieces of fresh ginger root, gently boil them in water for a few minutes, and pour the liquid into a cup. Add half a teaspoon of baking soda and drink it slowly, allowing the warmth to permeate. The ritual itself is part of the benefit, a moment of mindful attention that prepares both body and mind. By the time you finish the last sip, your system is already starting to open and vibrate with new energy. And here is where the excitement grows. Although ginger tea with baking soda is extremely effective, the next and final formula is, for many, the crown jewel. It combines one of the most potent fruits for male vitality, celebrated for centuries and backed by modern science as a true natural enhancer. Stay with me, because when you discover what happens when baking soda is combined with pomegranate juice, you will understand why so many call it the natural alternative to the blue pill. Formula 5. Baking soda and pomegranate juice. I will never forget a conversation with a man named Stephen, 71 years old, who one afternoon sat in my office with tears held back. He confessed that he felt like a shadow of the man he used to be, that the spark in his marriage had faded until he feared it might never return. I offered him a glass of deep red pomegranate juice mixed with a small teaspoon of baking soda and said, "Stephen, give it a chance." His expression showed doubt, but a week later he returned with a completely different presence. His shoulders were upright, his eyes shone with renewed brightness, and he said words I still remember. "Doctor, I feel my virility has returned." Pomegranate has been celebrated for centuries as one of the most powerful fruits for male health. It is full of antioxidants that not only protect blood vessels, but also keep them flexible and strong. Healthy vessels mean firm erections. By incorporating baking soda into the mixture, oxygen is optimized in every cell and endurance is strengthened in a way that pills cannot imitate. The benefit is not temporary, it is a deep, lasting boost. Preparing and drinking this mixture is simple, almost a ritual. Serve a glass of unsweetened pomegranate juice, add half a teaspoon of baking soda, and drink it about 45 minutes before intimacy. The contrast between the tart sweetness of the juice and the slight effervescence of the baking soda creates a refreshing taste and awakens a sense of anticipation in the body, as if something powerful is coming to life. Many men report that the change goes beyond the physical. They feel confident, focused, connected with themselves and their partner. Stephen later told me that his wife noticed the difference immediately. It was not just firmness, it was energy, presence, and passion. That is the transformation that makes this formula so special. It is not only about restoring function, but also reclaiming pride and closeness, values every man deserves regardless of age. Now, after sharing these 5 extraordinary formulas, I want to leave you with a reflection. They are not miraculous tricks or empty promises. They are natural, simple, and powerful tools waiting for you in your kitchen. What matters most is how you choose to apply them, because in the conclusion, I will explain why these small steps can be the turning point for reclaiming your vitality and living with confidence. Join me, because the final message could change your perspective on your health and your future. We have explored 5 powerful combinations that unite the simplicity of baking soda with nature's best allies. Lemon juice to cleanse the blood vessels, beet juice to activate circulation, warm milk with honey to balance and energize, ginger tea to ignite passion, and pomegranate juice to restore pride and connection. Each one offers a safe and natural way to strengthen blood flow, confidence, and intimacy without relying on risky medications. Remember, your age does not define your vitality. With these simple steps, you can revive your strength, rebuild closeness, and prove to yourself that your best days are still ahead.